There are many unusual foods in the world that will cost a lot of willpower to try if you're really looking to try something new. Today, in this video, we'll be focusing on the top 10 unusual foods eaten in China and other places in Asia as well. From eggs stored for several weeks before being eaten, to food made from a bird's nest, some of these foods may appear awful but actually taste delicious. Before you watch this video, make sure to comment what foods you think will be in this list. Number 10. Bat soup. If we had the chance to taste bat soup, we probably wouldn't because, well, the bat itself does look quite frightening. Following the coronavirus, a video footage that consisted of a Chinese influencer eating a fruit bat in Wuhan restaurant went viral. Although there is other evidence of people eating bat meat soup, this one was the one that sparked arguments in the world, because it is suspected that these creatures were the ones that caused the virus. The influencer said that the video was filmed 3 years ago. Scientists believe that the virus came from another virus that only affected fruit bats. Let's hope that bat soup will no longer be eaten, because fruit bats and other species of bat have been reported to spread several viruses, including the deadly Ebola virus. Number 9. Crocodile meat. Who would have guessed the animals some use to make handbags, shoes, and belts could also be stewed, boiled, barbecued, and eaten? Crocodile meat is supposedly good for the respiratory system and known to cure asthma and coughing. What could it possibly taste like? Echo Huang, a reporter, was given crocodile soup to taste and said it was plain and tasted of pork, while the meat tasted like chicken. There are several people in the Guangdong province of southern China who have tried crocodile meat for its health benefits. According to the Compendium of Maternal Medicine, written by Li Shizhen, a Chinese pharmacologist, crocodile meat was being eaten in the 16th century to help cure the respiratory system. Many people have stocked up on crocodile meat for its protein, and most households don't know exactly where the meat had come from, except for the fact that it was expensive, at around 500 won, which is 78 United States dollars. Would you eat crocodile meat if you had the chance? Let us know down in the comments. Make sure to stay tuned to hear about the weird food called century food. Number 8. Wormwood dumplings. Have you heard of dumplings? What about wormwood dumplings? Wormwood dumplings are also called futsi rice cakes and are usually made with, as said in its name, wormwood. Wormwood is a plant that is native to regions of Eurasia and northern Africa and used to cure digestive problems like an upset stomach or loss of appetite. When eaten, wormwood dumplings have a sweet taste and a sticky texture and can vary in flavors, one flavor being red bean. The Kumamoto region of Kumamoto Prefecture is well known for its love of dumplings made of wormwood. Wormwood leaves in spring are at their most fragrant and can be quickly frozen and used throughout the year. Number 7. Century egg. Have you thought about such things like eating week-old eggs? Just like its name, century eggs date back almost 500 years ago. However, they are not preserved for 100 years. These eggs are made by storing chicken or duck eggs in a mixture of salt, lime, and ash, and then wrapping them in rice husks for several weeks. You might be wondering, if a food was stored for that long, wouldn't it end up being rotten? Century eggs are actually okay to eat, even though its appearance is almost like a black overnight sauce that turns into jello. And surprisingly, if prepared properly, century eggs can help lower blood pressure and help you achieve a higher protein content. Century eggs taste similar to normal boiled eggs, just way more flavor and creamier. Rumors have it that 600 years ago, a man found an egg that had been preserved in a lime pool during the construction of his house. He then added salt to improve the taste and enjoyed the egg. And that is supposedly how the century egg was made. Make sure to stay tuned to hear about the stinky tofu. Number 6. Bee pupae. Eating bee pupae is almost like eating a bee that hasn't been grown properly yet. The pupa stage of a bee is when the organism is starting to grow its legs, eyes, and wings. After that, the full-grown bee will then chew its way out of the cell after 7 to 14 days. Bee pupae is made into food after being cooked, or sometimes eaten dry. There are several videos on YouTube that involve the cooking of bee pupae. Researchers say that the larvae has a nutty flavor, is highly nutritional, and has a protein quality like beef. Bee pupae can be found in parts like Guizhou, Yunnan, and Hunan provinces in China. Number 5. Stinky tofu. Just like its name, several people have reported the smell of stinky tofu to be similar to garbage. However, the worse it smells, the better it tastes. Many have wondered what causes the stinky smell of this tofu. In 2012, a chemical analysis found 39 evaporated organic compounds that cause the smell and taste of stinky tofu. Although the smell of this tofu is strong, most types of stinky tofu taste bland, while some have a salty flavor with a small tang of sweet, like smooth cheese. Although the smell of this tofu is unpleasant, it comes down with a lot of health benefits. It can also help prevent osteoporosis, which causes bones to become weak, lower the risk of prostate and breast cancer, and reduce cholesterol. According to a Chinese legend, a scholar named Wang Zaihe from Huangshan in Anhao province invented stinky tofu during the Qing dynasty. I don't know about you, but if I had the chance to eat stinky tofu, even at the best restaurant in the world, I still wouldn't eat it. Number 4. Jellyfish salad. Believe it or not, Jellyfish, the sea animal that might shock you and might not, could be found in salad. Jellyfish salad can not only be found in China, but in Korea, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Japan. Jellyfish is cut into long strands, tossed with sesame oil and soy sauce, and served cold as a salad. The taste of jellyfish salad can vary depending on what ingredients you put in. For example, if you were to put spices inside it, the salad would come out spicy, and if you were to soak it in vinegar, the salad would come out sour. When you chew on the salad, the sound is like a crunch of carrots with a feeling like jelly. Jellyfish salad can help reduce blood pressure. Make sure to stay tuned to hear about how insects are a common food in China. Number 3. Bird's nest. The edible bird's nest is made from the nest of a small bird from the swift family found in Southeast Asia. The nest is known as the edible bird's nest, or as the white nest swiftlet. It's made of solidified saliva and is used to create soup for the bird's nest. The flavor on itself has little taste like an egg white. However, when used in soups or broths, the flavor can vary depending on how it was prepared and the test of the broth. Studies have shown that bird's nest is rich in epidermal growth factor, which helps maintain healthy skin structure and function. But for better health benefits, it's recommended to consume the edible bird's nest on an empty stomach. Bird's nest is extremely expensive, however, and can go up to $3,000 per pound. Usually in many other countries, putting something called bird's nest on a menu would make it seem like a dessert or a fancy meal. In this case, it is literally a bird's nest which is edible, and that is honestly pretty cool. Number 2. Ballot. If you didn't like the sound of the century egg, just wait until you hear about the ballot egg. The ballot egg is made when you incubate a fertilized duck egg for around 18 days, enough for an unhatched organism to develop within the shell, which is why you can see a duck forming inside it, and sometimes black eyes. After 18 days, the egg is then hard-boiled or steamed and then eaten while it is warm. Ballot is commonly served with wine and is eaten in its shell. This egg is common in the Philippines and is also a street food like the stinky tofu. Number 1. Insects. This might not be so surprising to some, because eating insects is quite common around our world. While there are many insects served in China, the most enjoyed would be the roasted bee larvae and fried silkworm moth larvae, because they are both rich in protein. Common ways of preparing insects to eat are frying, deep frying, wick frying, stewing, boiling, steaming, and roasting. Insects are usually dipped into soy sauce before eaten, and usually have a nutty mushroom flavor. The tradition of eating insects dates back more than 3,000 years ago. Although these creepy crawlies may not seem so beneficial, insects are actually high in protein and have healthy fats. Although some of these foods seem like one of the worst foods there could be out there, you never know what other crazy things humans have tried to eat, whether it's for their health or just out of curiosity. Did we miss an unusual food from China? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to stay tuned for the next top 10.